Hi, I'm Tina from Currysutra, and today we're going to be making an okra dish. For that you're going to need approximately 2 cups of chopped, rinsed, and dried okra. You'll need about we're going to use half of this because this is a large onion, so I would say a small onion, and we're going to slice that. I like to add a potato to it. It just gives it a really nice consistency and flavor, which is not traditional, but a little fusion. So you can add 1 or 2. This should serve 2 people. And what I did was I saved one of the okras just to show you what it would look like. You want to snip both ends, make sure it's dry, otherwise it'll get slimy. And then you just want to basically slice it about a ½ inch thick, like as so. So we've got that here in our measuring container. And then I've got a Thai chili, optional. If you like spice, go ahead and add it. If not, you can omit it. And we're going to dice that. So let me just get that out of our way. We'll just dice it up. Potato, I've already rinsed it, and I like to leave the skin on. It adds a good fiber and extra protein. And then you're just going to cut these potato pieces in small bite-sized pieces, basically. And you don't want to add all these ingredients at the same time because it takes less time for these potatoes to cook. So the okra will cook on its own for a while. Now, for some of you who don't know how to cut an onion, you want to snip off both ends. Make sure your knife is sharp. This is a little trick that I learned. You just want to slice through the center there, not all the way through, just make a very slight incision, and then you just kind of go around and just peel off the skin there. And for this recipe, as I mentioned, we'll use half of our onion because it's a super size, so we can put half of it aside, and you're just going to slice it. And that's it. Great. Now I have a non-stick pan here. I'm going to turn on the heat. I'm going to add some olive oil to that. And the okra will absorb the oil, so make sure you put enough in your pan to glaze it. So I would say 2 tablespoons, maybe 3. If you're health conscious, 2 is fine. It's not going to burn because it depends on what heat you're going to cook it on. So let's just let that heat up for a minute and throw these onion pieces. In the interim, I like to have my kitchen clean and everything ready to go. So we'll just put our onion on the side here because we're going to add that later. Same with our potatoes. Put that on the side. That way you're clean up as you go, So more time enjoying food with your family and your friends than cleaning up. We got our chili. We got everything clean. This, in the meantime, while the oil heats up, I'll tell you about this. This is called a masala daba. It contains 7 little canisters inside, which are 4 ounces or so, and each is a different spice. Mine holds 7 of the most frequently used spices that I use in my cooking. And in this recipe, you want to start off by adding a teaspoon of the cumin seeds. So now our oil has heated up, as you can see here. The cumin seeds are going to start to heat up and flutter. Okay, and now we can add our okra to that. Make sure you spread it evenly. And then you just want to glaze all your pieces with the oil. Cook on medium to high heat. If you have an electric stove, I'd say between numbers 5 and 6. So you're going to want that to cook for at least, I'd say 15 minutes. And keep, after a minute or 2, keep stirring it so that you don't burn it. And so I'll show you what it looks like after about 15 minutes. Thanks. Hi, I'm Tina. I'm back with the Currysutra here. We're making an okra dish. So it's been cooking actually for 10 minutes now, so this is the way it's going to look at this stage. And at this point you want to basically add your potatoes because they're going to need to cook for at least 6 to 8 minutes. So we'll just drop those in. We're not going to add any spices at this point. We'll do that in a little bit. So I've got my potatoes, nice bite-sized pieces. We'll just stir that up, continue to cook. And then in about 7 minutes or so, we'll be back to add the onions. So see you then. Hi, this is Tina from Currysutra. We're back now. We're doing the okra dish, and at this point we've added the potatoes. We've let them cook for approximately 7 to 8 minutes. We're going to add our sliced onions. We're going to add a little bit of salt. I would say about a teaspoon, half a teaspoon. You can always add more later. And at this point we're going to add our special spices. So my mom made this blend. It's for dry fries, for eggplant, it's for jackfruit, and for okra. And you can buy it on our website, actually. It's called Dry Fry Bhindi Masala. And so I'm going to add some of that. Homemade recipe here. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons. Very aromatic. It has pretty much everything in it. Cumin and turmeric and chili and garlic and coriander, mango powder. So we're going to just let our onions cook a little bit. It's gotten a little dry, so let's add about a teaspoon of olive oil. Just to give it a little help with incorporating all these spices. So let's let it cook for another 3 to 4 minutes, and I'll be back with the finishing touches. Hi, we're back with the okra recipe. We're just finishing that off. So this is how it should look, and we're going to add our chilies at this point. Stir those around for a minute or so. Turn off our heat. At this point you can try a little piece and see if you'd like more salt. I think it's okay, but I'll definitely go ahead and taste test that for us. So you can go ahead and plate it. Serve nicely with a roti, and you can also put it in a roti and have it as a wrap. And put some, make a fusion and put some shredded cheese on there, and maybe spread some mango chutney on the bottom of your roti. Turns out wonderfully. So this is what we have as a finished product. Let's give that a little quick test for salt. It's perfect. I hope you enjoy the recipe, and I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you. Bye.